right, thanks everybody for coming tonight. Just real quick backstory here. A group of us went together and pitched in some money and got a little special dedication for Scooby tonight. Okay, so we thank everybody for coming. I'm going to read a little bit here with thanks of Ben Robinson on this. So, Dennis Scooby Willoughby, the legendary Bucks #1 fan and an honorary member of the Covington Athletic Hall of Fame, is being honored by the Covington community with his name and information on the memory walk right here at the entry to the school. Scooby, who was born on November 4th, 1969, is the son of Denny and Pam Willoughby, two parents who had a huge impact on the type of great person Scooby became. Scooby's been a lifelong fan and a huge supporter of all Covington athletics from the youth programs all the way through the high school. Over the years, Scooby's contributed greatly by giving so much of his time helping with fundraisers that generated critical money to benefit Covington athletic programs. Here's just a little list of some of the things Scooby's did over the years. Scooby's helped with the Buck Bash, set up by Glenn Hollapeter, that raised a significant amount of money for the weight room that was built in 2005. Remember that, buddy? He helped cook cheeseburgers and eat cheeseburgers at the Covington High School and Junior High School Track Invitational for several years. He helped feed the football players during several team activities. Scooby's been a lifetime member of the Buck Boosters. He's a longtime member of the field crew who paints Smith Field. And it's said that him and Benny Wolf are the hardest workers. Is that true, Scoob?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen you out there riding the golf cart before. 2018, at a fundraising wrestling event, Scooby, who was the highlight of the evening by slamming Glenn Hollapeter in the ring with the slacker smacker. Video shows he might have cheated, but it's okay. We let him get away with it. Scooby's favorite sport's football, and when he was at a younger age, he attended so many practices as a self-proclaimed volunteer coach. So many times, Scooby pumped up the Buccaneer players with motivational speeches before and after the games. And he also called a few offensive plays for touchdowns.
Yes.
Interception.
Known as the Scooby Special. Due to Scooby's impact on Covington athletics, he was selected into the Covington Athletic Hall of Fame on September 13, 2013. Now, Scooby's being honored by the Covington community for all he's done over the years. Real quick, if there's anybody out there that wants to come say a few words, maybe one of your favorite Scooby stories, remember there's kids around, so let's have some fun with it, but keep it PG. I'll lead it off, and then anybody that wants to come up here to say a few words. Not only was Scoob, involved in all the athletics around here, he's got a big place in the fire department. He's got his own helmet. We've pitched in money to buy his own radio. He's constantly calling us. He hears Covington Fire and Rescue go out, and he's calling me and Bart as we're responding to the firehouse, trying to get our gear on and get out the door, and he's trying to want somebody to pick him up. And, Scoob, we can't always pick you up, buddy. We got emergency to respond to. He's involved in all of our fire meetings. He comes to trainings, partially because we feed everyone there. So he's always wanting a ride. He's calling, hey, we got fire meeting tonight. No, Scoob, it's next week. All right, will you pick me up? Yep, me or Bart will get you. Just be ready at 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Always sitting on the front porch, and if you forget, which we have done before, he will call you to remind you that you're supposed to pick him up for fire meeting. He's the head of the table at the firehouse. Tonight, you're the head of this, so congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Radio.
Let's just do, I got a new phone.
New phone?
I got him a new
Okay.
phone. He got a new phone.
You still got my number. You can call me. You can get in the fire meeting, all right? Is there anybody out there? Glenn?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
All right, I could sit here, we've got probably 1,000 stories at least. Growing up in this community, I remember when he was a little boy. Today is definitely a special day for one of Covington's finest ever. We've given him a hard time over the years, kidded with him, joked with him. He's gotten pretty mad at us, but I think he knows we love him and what we think of him.
I love you good.
And, you know, me and Ben, I'll tell you 2 stories real quick. One of the funniest is me and Ben are sitting at the wrestling meet invitational, and we used to give Scoob that he was number 2 fan behind John Eschman. And Scoob went with Benny the night before to a hockey game. So we're sitting in the gym, and me and Ben are sitting there, and I said, hey, Scoob, last night was fan appreciation night, so Selman's brought a recliner in, and it was all the pizza and Pepsi you can drink, and since you weren't here at the hockey game, we gave it to John Eshelman. I never seen him get so mad in his life. He turned around, and I can't tell you some things he said to me in bed that day, but he stormed out down the hallway, we had to go catch him, he was so mad at us, but there's just stories. In football, he used to come in all the time and eat pizza with us and stuff. And I mean, we got stories, but you'd see him walk across the field. So it was on a Sunday morning, we come in, we're breaking down film for a playoff, and here I see Scoob coming across. So I go into the coach's office, and Doug Schwartz was sitting there, and I said, hey, Doug, play along with me, Scoob's coming in. So we had like 8 or 9 pizza boxes, and we set them on the table, and of course they're all empty from the night before. And Scoob walks in, and I knew exactly what he was going to do. He went to box number 1, opened it up, box number 2, opened up, you know, all the pizza boxes. There was nothing there, and my feet are propped up, and I'm rubbing my belly going, Scoob, that was probably the best pizza I ever ate in my life. And that's the kind of stuff we did to him all the time. And, but I will say this, and I'll finish up. He holds a special place in my heart. He is definitely, and we used to give him a hard time, but he is definitely Covington's #1 fan and will be always. And we've had a lot of good memories over the years going to state football finals. Ben take him everywhere. He has been a true asset to this community. And definitely Covington's #1 fan. And he jumps in there and helps us on everything, and that we appreciate. Congratulations.
I used to play sports with my school.
Yep. And anybody else?
Well, as G reiterated or talked about a little bit earlier, fundraisers. He's a big part of some of the fundraisers we have. And my story has to do with a fundraiser. He would always seem to win somehow the coach for the football game award that was always raffled off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we always had the Scooby special call at certain times. And there's this one time when Kevin was coaching, and he said, all right, it's time for Scooby. Come on, come and get up here and make your call. So he said, Scooby special.
Yep.
Let's run the Scooby special. So we sent it out there, and it's a halfback pass, and we throw an interception. And Kevin throws his papers down and looks at him. That's the last time you're ever calling a play. But it was all in fun, and you know, Kevin made sure he did. He told him he didn't mean anything by that. He was just poking fun at him. He says he always enjoyed having him there and running up and down the sideline with him, and it was a good thing. Scoob, congratulations.
Thank
You're
you.
still
I
the
love
#1
you.
fan. Yep.
I love you, buddy. Yeah.
Anybody else?
I got it.
All right, Teddy.
Jump in the car, buddy. I love you, buddy.
I know, I love you too, buddy. we have many great stories about Scoob, but mine deals with the young men standing out here to play football. When I was coaching, the last game of the year, we took our seniors and they ran the length of the field to me into the end zone. And I had something to give them. But Scoob would stand right beside me.
Yeah.
And as those players came down, they were to think about their 4 years at Covington. And when they got to me, most of them, I think a lot of them had little tears coming down. But they would look at Scoob, and he was a big part of, you betcha, for what we did. And I always appreciated him being right beside us, and so did the players. Thank you, Scoob. Anybody else? Say something. Sure.
I know him as Dennis, but he's also known as Scooby. Of course, he's my brother-in-law. I have to say it's his reason that I've married my wife, because he was playing basketball. She came to watch the game. I was refereeing the game. Next thing you know, we're going out. And next thing you know, we're married. But I wanted to tell you about Dennis, though, is what I really want to talk about, because I think he kind of said it there. He used to be a great basketball player, right? Dennis loved to shoot. They'd feed him all the time. He'd be shooting, and he'd make a lot of baskets. So
Yeah.
he was a good athlete in his time. He was. But I do also want to say thank you, Covington, so much, because this guy, I mean, you guys treat him so well. And, man, I tell you, anytime I get around Dennis, all he's got to do is talk about Covington sports. I like to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, but he won't let me do it because he talks about Covington Bucks. And he thinks the Covington Bucks could beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and maybe they could. I don't know. All right, that's all I have. Anybody else?
All right, I'll roll it. You don't have to say anything else.
All right, hold on.
Boy, you're in trouble now because Ben's gonna tell him.
Scoob, can you hear me? No. No?
We hear you, bud.
Scooby,
Yeah.
I want a shot at the title. You know what I mean? I want to be #1 fan. Is that going to work? Okay. Well, one time we were coming home from a basketball game in Tri-Village. I was driving home and took the wrong road. And I blame Scooby because he was my co-driver or whatever, sitting in the passenger seat. And I blame him because we're on a road that I didn't know I was supposed to be on. And he got mad and started punching me while I was driving. I had to pull over to the side with Joe Schmidt and his wife and the cheerleaders were right behind us. And I got out of the truck and Joe's like, "What's going on?" And I said, "Scooby's beating me up." He was punching me in the face as I was driving down the road. So that's a lot of fun. We always had a lot of fun, didn't we,
Yeah,
Scooby?
I have fun.
Yeah, you're awesome, dude. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, careful.
Scoob, they want to hear what you think. What do you think?
I'm #1 fan, and I love you guys. I care for you guys on sports, and I take care of your kids. I love my. I miss my dad.
He's watching you.
Oh, wow. Guys, it's a fantastic heart. I do it for my dad and my family. And all you guys. You're all my family. You know that. I care for you guys. You know that. I am #1 fan. I want to do that for my dad. My dad is a great guy. It takes me a month to go away every day. I love my dad.
All right, Scooby, this is the big reveal, buddy. 2013 Hall of Famer, Dennis Scooby Willoughby, Bucks #1 fan.
Scooby dance.
Scooby dance, Scooby dance, Scooby dance, Scooby dance, Scooby dance, Scooby dance.